Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to... Sorry. Flipping cobwebs. Oh, dearie me. I haven't opened the gate in 3 days and they've literally just... Anyway, right. Welcome back to Car Salvage 101. And welcome to part 2 of the 2009 Category S Lounge. Looking at it now. And we are going to get on with just basically just trying to get things done. The main thing I want to do today, or start with, is I want to get the front bumper off, and I want to explain the engine management light. So without further ado, let's roll the credits. Credits? Why do people say that? There's no credits. Roll the intro and I'll come back to you. Okay, so thank you to everyone who's watching, and if you already haven't, do subscribe to my channel for updates on everything that is going on with the car, and obviously subsequent projects as well. So if you have been a subscriber and you've been around my channel now for a good few weeks, you'll know that I purchased this BCA car from Blackbush for £500 plus fees, knowing full well it was a Cat S, but it had no mechanical report. Now, the problem is with mechanical reports is generally BCA don't tend to put them on all cars, so you do run a risk of not knowing what you're going to get. But in this case, I knew anyway that it was going to be a Cat S, and knew that there was a bit of work to be done on the front bumper around here. But unfortunately, did not realise just how dull the paintwork was. It's awfully dull. There's no shine to it for some strange reason. And we have an engine management light. So, what is the engine management light? The engine management light came on when I started the car. I've driven the car back from the BCA site and it runs absolutely fine. There is no issues with how it runs. It idles, it revs, it doesn't hunt. It seems to be all good. So again, engine management light can mean anything. So we have plugged it into multi-ECU scan, and we have the fault, which brings up the light on the dashboard. The fault number is P1220, which basically indicates that there is a problem with the throttle value, and then you have to start Googling, how to solve that and how to correct it. Now, what I would say, so I'll just lean against the black one, is that some things can literally be 2 seconds, other things can mean you have to swap out multitude of parts. P1220 is a possible swapping out multiple parts. As I say, I have Googled it because I've never had a P1220 before, and it's talking, it's effectively it's saying that the throttle control is open and that can lead to issues. And from what I understand from the three, there's three there's three things that people talk about that you need to do, or swap out the various ones to solve the issue. Number one, which is going to be the easiest, is the throttle body, which is in the engine bay, just needs either swapping out or cleaning. Number two is the throttle pedal needs removing and replacing. And number 3 is the ECU needs taking out, and a new ECU needs putting back in. With the ECU being the hardest, you need to take it out, you need to virginize it, and then you need it all the data and everything from this car needs to again go into a new ECU. So you can buy second-hand ECUs, it gets wiped, you then take all the data from here, put it on the new ECU, which I can't do, you've got to send it away. They talk about things like pins getting slightly destroyed, or just contact causing some issues, which the ECU doesn't necessarily like. I'm hoping it's not that. I'd like to think it isn't, but that is the last resort. So what I have done with multi-ECU scan is I have cleared the code. So I've cleared it and it didn't come back on. Started the car, code's not come back on. Revved the car, code didn't come on. Now I haven't driven the car. I did, revving it, it hasn't done it. Don't know. Have I solved it? Did it just literally need a reset? Who knows? So what I'm going to do in today's video, because I'm sure you're wanting me to get on with it now, is I'm going to clean the throttle body. I'm going to take it out, clean it, put it back in, and then I think we'll look to then try and take it for a drive, just to see whether or not that has cleared the problem. And I'm hoping it has. So we are going to get on with that. I'm going to clean this off, so we're at least that clean, and then we need to start. It's all going to be around the front. It's all going to be around the front. What I should say, however, is I have a new bumper, and I'll just remind you as to why we need a new bumper. So this was the damage. You can see we have multiple cracks. It's potentially been filled. We've got a screw going into here. This is all flaking off. We have a crack down here, crack down there. It's just going to need coming off. So that's what we need to do. Now, is this screwed into the wing, or is there no bracket behind? That's also what we've got to discover and find out. So that is what also we're going to do in today's video. Right. I suppose we need to get started. What should I do first? Let's have a little think. So the throttle body is under here. So we've got, I think, four screws that we need to get out of that. So we need to take this off first, then we need to get to that. So a couple of bolts either side, get this off. That's already broken, so that can just come out. And yeah, we'll get to the throttle body through that. So we have removed the 4 bolts. And now just got to disconnect the cable, the yellow cable, so I can pull that out. Has that done it? Is that gonna go? Bear with while I just try and rescue this out. Is that gonna pull out? Oh. Maybe it needs to push out further. Okay. I've just got to pull this out, and then I'll be back with you. There we have it. Looking very old. In fact, I'm pretty sure that should move. Oh, I think that needs to be a lot smoother to push. It's a bit stuck, you know. Anyway, apparently, because I've never done it before, clean it with WD-40 and give it a good old clean. So that's what I'm going to do, and maybe that might change something. Might feel a lot looser. So let's do that. Right, good old WD-40 sorts out everyone's issues. Give that a little squirt. Then I'll just go and get a rag. Give that a good clean in there. We also need to do the other side, so I'll just do that now whilst I've got the stuff. And yeah, we'll just keep cleaning away. Making sure that we've cleaned everything we can, and that is as clean as it's going to get. And we won't spray into there, but we'll just give that just a clean around the edge, I think, as well, just to improve, just see if we can improve a bit of the performance whilst we've got it off. But that is, well, let's just zoom out. That is one of the, I suppose, the cheap and easy ways to see if we've sorted out the issue. Yeah, right, let's just give that a clean and then we can put it back. Right, bolted back in. Clip is on and in as well. And then all we've got to do is just put the box back, make sure that the breather pipe, wherever that went, it was around here a minute ago, goes into the back of the box. Then we can put all the box back in and into place. Yeah, might work, might not. We'll find out. Whilst I was putting this back, I realised probably should really change the air filter since I've got it off. So just put it all back off. So I'm just about to take this out. That one's still stuck in there, bear with. And we'll find out. Is that going? Yeah. We'll find out what date this air filter's got on it. Because obviously I've got no record. There we go. I have no record of this. Surely. That Bosch looks quite new, doesn't it? Just trying to see if it's got a date on it. unless anyone can tell me from that. Can you see a date on that? I don't think that's too bad, to be fair. So I'm probably not going to change that. I think that's all right. So it has been done. Just no flipping record, and no one wanted to stamp anything in the book. So, yeah. Right. So, back this goes. And yeah, I'm getting very hot and sweaty. Temperature died off, but whilst I was away at work, it's now crept back up again. And I can't really do it in the evening, because when you've got a little one, that's the time that you have to be around. So, trying to get what I can do done at the moment. So 3 more bolts or screws into plastic, 2 more, then we can put it all back on. So we might not need an oil change really either. It's potentially had it. I'll just get underneath the car and have a look at the filter. Right, make sure that breather pipe is still on, which it is. Bring that down. That goes down onto there, that goes down on there. Those 2 at the back. And we'll swap out the socket. Right. Just secure this down with these 2. And then we're done. That's on good. Is that going? I think that's going. Yeah. So we've still got to sort out the pipe here because it's broken off. But otherwise, this is now all back on. So as far as we're concerned, that is now done and dusted, and there's one less thing to worry about. Okay, getting somewhere now. We've had to, well, first off, taken out the screw, and this bolt is turning again in here. But because I'm not worried about the bumper, because I'm going to just demolish that, I've decided to rip it off. And that bracket is good. So all I've got to do is just sort out this bit of paint here for when the new bumper goes back on. But I think the bracket, I don't know actually, can't remember, I need to check the other side, but I wonder, no, I think the brackets had it here. There should be, just realised there should be a bit here. So this bit goes all the way up, and it doesn't. Yeah, so, but maybe we'll put up the new bumper, just see what exactly happens. But yeah, it's not great. It's not great at all. Anyway, what I need to do is, that's not going to come out just by me turning it, unfortunately. And then on this side, I need to do the same, and hopefully that's not going to turn, and then this bumper can just come straight off. Oh, the bumpers are just absolute bane of my life. They really don't like coming out, or they ultimately maybe the cars are just too old and the the bolts are just rusted in there. It's not good, especially as well in this heat. It's all a bit sticky. Anyway, let's try this side. It's hot, hence why I am sweating away. Oh man, when jobs aren't going your way, you end up sweating more. Okay, let's switch the camera around and I'll show you what I've done. Whoa. Right, so you can see we have the bumper off. You can see that I have mullered the tabs at the top, there and there, just because both these bolts are rusted in to the wing, there and there. Let me just clean the lens. Hold on. Yeah, it's yeah, they're just stuck fast. Well, they're not stuck, they just turn. So it's the only way I'm going to get them off. And then now I've got a bit more room to play with, I can get those out. So in the meantime, the condenser's not too bad. We'll probably just test that just to see if it's got actually anything in it. If not, then we'll go for a regas. We've got, for some reason, it looks like a paint job's been done here, strangely, and on the top here. So it looks like this has been left in situ and then sprayed, which is really random. Just apply some more tape to here, because obviously that's over time is just sort of worn away. And also we'll need to sand this headlight back as well. So whilst the bumper's off, I can do that. But yeah, we've lost part here compared with the other side. But yeah, it's we've finally got it off. That's the main thing. So I'll just start removing some of this stuff on it, and I can't put the new bumper on until I can get those bolts off. So I'm now going to clear up. I think my work is done for today on this. It's just too hot. I need to go and have a shower, and we will come back when well, no, tomorrow's even hotter. We'll come back when we've got more work to do, maybe in the evenings when it's a bit cooler. This bumper's a proper botch job. As you can see, they've used nails to keep the bumper together. Then they've then patched it there, and then this here, this DRL has been, again, it's like screwed, the brackets have all broken, and then they've just screwed the DRL into the holding area, and you can see we've still got screws that hold that in. And you got all this work here. I don't know, they've just used screws for the welding. It's awful, absolutely awful. But and you can see we're missing big patch out of there as well. So yeah, it's a crock of shit, I think is the phrase that I want to use. Absolutely awful. I appreciate some people need to take minor minor cuts to do things, but that bumper really ultimately was fit for the scrap heap. It was, yeah, no one wanted to spend any more money on this if they could. So yeah, and then obviously the only thing, so I think potentially we have had an accident. We've certainly had an accident on this corner. The bumper has been, well, I mean, it might be a minor one, you know, with the headlight and stuff, and the actual Cat S is the sill, but yeah, it's not good at all. So I'm going to try and salvage what I can from the bumper just for spares. Then the whole thing was just going to go, and then yeah, we'll look to sort everything else out and make sure everything is all good here. I'm not sure, I think that's been bent, so we can bend that back. Yeah, I'll just bend that back there because that's been done. And yeah, get some proper tape on that for the minute. Right. Awful, absolutely awful. You've seen me do these 1,000 times before. Unfortunately, I think given that that is pretty much a brand new unofficial headlight, this one obviously looking really bad, but I'm going to do what I can with it, get it looking as clear as possible, using sandpaper. So I'm not going to cover it because I do it all the time, but whilst we're in the shade, as you can see, it's the morning, I'm going to get this done before the heat starts to melt me. So we're just going to build up the grit from 600 up to about 2000, and then we're going to end up polishing it as well. Right, it's another day. You might think to yourself, oh, that's a bit weird, you only had to do the headlight. Yeah, but when you forget the battery, and the battery's elsewhere, you then have to then put a hold on that. But anyway, that is the light, and that is ready to be polished up. So I've now got the battery, it is on charge, so we can sort that out today. And as I say, again, it's another day on, so I'm doing this in the morning when the sun's not shining, and or it's not shining, put it this way, on this part of the car. So I'm also going to look to get these done as well, just sand those back and get some primer and paint on those. I think this other one as well. Yeah, so we're going to just do those as well, and so that we can at least say that we are making some sort of progress. Because yesterday I picked up the replacement bumper. It's in very good nick. I paid £90 for all of that, so that includes the DRLs and the fog lights and the fog light trims. So all we've got to do is just remove that number plate and take off the fog lights and replace them with the general covers anyway, which is here. So we just replace those that we've stolen from the previous bumper. So then we can look to put it all back in. I've topped up the washer fluid as well, just so I can see from this angle just how much we've got. But the only thing now is I've got to work out how we're going to get these off, because they're turning. I think we're going to have to end up cutting those off. So it's a bit annoying because I'd have this all probably back on later today, but I don't, again, have the right tool to get these out. So that's going to delay me probably until next week now. So yeah, right. Okay, let's get on with what we need to do. Right, it's the moment of truth. We've gone over the headlight now with multiple different grits. We've then applied the G360? No, G3 compound twice. And we're now going to rub it off and just see how clear this looks. Does this make it look any better? It should do. It's just how good. So let's be honest, it's never going to be factory. But how good is that? Don't think that's really too bad, is it? Pretty much now polished out all of the sandpaper marks. So we have got a nice clear lens. It's for 2009, let's be honest, this is going to work, but let's just compare, shall we? So obviously that's the original. That's probably only been in, don't know how long that's been in. Good few years, I reckon. Not as crystal clear, but it's still a lot better. I'm just gonna give it one more go with the G3 just to be on the safe side, to make sure we have polished everything, and then we can then protect it with this headlight spray that I've got. So the headlight lacquer, we'll call it, is on. Two layers of it, 3 to 4 minutes per drying time. What we'll quickly do, another very quick thing to do, is we need to swap out this blade here, because you can see here that this is completely gone. So we have a spare one. So yeah, we'll swap out that one as well. A nice simple job. Probably actually, to be fair, it's getting through this plastic is probably going to be the more hardest part of this. Make sure that's clipped in, because you don't always know if it's gone in. Oh, thought that had clipped in. Come on, he says. I thought the hardest part was getting out the plastic. But this is not clipping in as much as I thought it would. That's annoying. Why is that not going? I think that's in. I think that's not going to come off. That's it. It's in. Yeah. Right. I thought that was a 2-second job, but it's not. But anyway, we've changed that one out. Right, what's next? Okay, that brings us to the end of today's video, and we're moving along quite well with it. It's now Friday, was it 18th, something like that, of July, and we are in a process now where we're nearly done with the sort of cleaning up process. Still obviously stuff that's been recorded that you'll see maybe in another week's time, but we are getting there. We're due some not so nice weather this coming weekend into the week. So I'm not sure I'm going to get done this week. I had booked in to have the cam belt done, but yeah, we're going to have to see how that goes. And yeah, so the main issue and the reason that bumper isn't on is just because those top bolts there are just turning, and I still haven't worked out what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to cut those off, cut them out. But if I cut them out, we need to think of a substitute. So yeah, I think that's it. The seats are drying, but that's going to be covered in another video. So there's no seats in there at the moment. And yeah, so I think that's it. Until next time, thank you all for watching. If you're still watching, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And yeah, I do still read all your comments, and I will promise to get back to them at some point. But unfortunately, time is not on my side for a lot still with a newborn. So until next time, I'll see you all again very, very soon. Don't forget, if you're still watching as well, hit that subscribe button. So until next time, see you all later.